Ya empezar. And we are here once again. How you doing, man?
Really good, man.
I forgot to tell you this. It was recently your birthday.
Yes, sir.
I just remembered literally right now
Wow.
after I pressed record.
Did you even send me anything, bro?
I didn't. Bro.
Damn. We're not
bro.
friends, bro. That's how you know.
You know how I found out?
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm never on Facebook.
Wow, bro.
I don't even know why. The only reason why I have an account now on Facebook because I made an account for Shader Brown because something that I was trying to do and they were asking for a Facebook account. That's the only reason why now I have a Facebook account.
All right.
Literally.
You know who actually contacted me to say happy birthday?
Oh.
Your wife.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, bro. She texted me. She's like, happy birthday, Irvin.
No.
Like, dang, Ramses didn't even say happy birthday. No, I'm just joking. She didn't. I don't even think she has my number, bro.
But happy belated birthday. How old are you now?
37.
37. Damn.
Yeah, it's old, bro. I'm getting up there now.
Oh my god.
Feeling it, bro.
You're feeling it right now?
Every morning I gotta stretch. Gotta take my vitamins.
Gotta take your vitamins, bro. I mean, speaking of vitamins.
Speaking of vitamins, bro.
I think we're at the age of like, we need to start taking supplements. We
Yeah.
need to take something to help us throughout the day.
Yep.
We do live in California and
It's a grind.
it's 2025 now and crazy times already.
Inflation.
Not only that, but there's a bunch of stuff going on right now, especially here in Cali.
All right. A lot.
And I don't want to get too much detail, but yeah, it's I'm right there. Right, we're literally almost the same age.
Or your birthday's this year.
Yeah, in August.
Yeah, there you go. So
Yeah,
we're
that's
like
what
a
I'm
couple months away.
We're only a few months away, and I feel you. We're in that boat now.
Yeah, exactly. Of the
We're in our
responsibilities.
late 30s.
Literally late 30s. We're closer to 40 than anything, bro.
We're late 30s, bro.
Dang.
Yeah, and sometimes I need a pick me up, you know, because going to work, doing retail now, I see people, I talk to a lot of people. Sometimes I get brain fog. You have a business. You see a lot of people too.
Yeah, I interact with a lot of people for sure.
Yeah, and you gotta keep it business, keep it professional.
Just like before we started, I've been taking calls, had a meeting downstairs.
You literally had a meeting downstairs while I was setting up.
Yeah.
And
Then a call.
You stepped out.
I had two calls before.
Yeah, it was two. Yeah, and so we need a little pick me up, you know, and that's our lives.
Literally.
Outside of this podcasting, you know, and then we have the podcast on top of that.
Then we have a podcast.
Yeah, then we gotta think about that and prepare for that and brainstorm
Our social life too.
our social life. And I'm always sending you like notes about like what should we talk about and what do you think about this?
The
What do you think
prepping
about
of the
that?
pod.
The prepping, there's work going behind this whole thing,
Yeah.
bro. This
Before, during, after, there's a lot going on, bro.
Yeah, and people only see the finished product and they think like, that's easy. No.
Nothing like that.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. And
So what exactly are you taking right now as far as like to get, I guess, this fog out of your head?
well, I've been doing practices, trying to get some better sleep, building some good habits, change my diet a bit.
Necessary.
It's necessary,
Even though,
especially my
what do you
age.
have now?
It's the weekend.
All right. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, you know,
It's okay.
It's a cheat day for me.
We got to enjoy life every now and then.
Right.
Every now and then we got to at least, just like, all right, whatever. It's today's.
Everything has a limit.
All right. Exactly.
Everything has a limit. Anything can be bad for you, right? So, exercise a little bit, but I think most important for me is manage my stress. You know, I think it's that stress where it's that dictates my overall health, right?
Yeah.
If
Mental and also physical for sure.
Mental and physical, yeah, exactly. And if you got a lid on the stress and you manage it, I think you're gonna have a good life. You know, because you're able to balance it.
Yeah.
And not take it out on people.
Yeah, you can take challenges as they come, not overreact, and then, understand how to take it in a way where it's reasonable, especially if you're doing, your type of job, because you are dealing with clients for sure.
Yeah. And yeah, so I've been taking like a supplement, and where this supplement is helping me in all that, it boosts my immune system. It's actually 2 supplements.
2 now.
Yeah, it's actually 2.
Damn.
I'm taking one in the nighttime and then the other one during the day.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
You're all in.
It's 2025, bro. I gotta do something, bro.
You're almost 37.
Yeah, I'm almost 37. So, yeah, this is supplements where it's helping me sleep. So sleeping is a big factor in your health too, and then your stress levels too. And but throughout my day, I take a little supplement, and this little thing is called Magic Mind.
Magic Mind.
Magic Mind. I have the day and the night product. Now, the night product is actually new, and I've been taking it. I knock out pretty fast.
All right.
It doesn't have melatonin.
All right.
It doesn't have that.
All right.
So it's a better alternative.
All right.
Yeah, and
any side effects?
No.
None.
No, I just wake up. The side effects is waking up refreshed.
All right.
That's what it is.
That's a good side effect.
That's a good side effect. And I wake up refreshed, ready to start my day. And then I drink with coffee. But what I take alongside my coffee now is the day one, Magic Mind.
Do you mix it?
No, I take my coffee and then I take a Magic Mind right after.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and that right there gets me through the day. I'm like
not drowsy,
clear-minded,
You're
focused better. Not to mention the better sleep I'm getting too. And yeah, it's just like this whole combo of things that gets me ready for the day.
Yeah, you got that recipe now.
Yeah, and you see me posting on my personal Instagram, and I'm actually taking it every day.
Yeah, you're posting on your stories.
And I'm literally in the car, about to head out to work.
All right.
And I'm literally taking it every day, and you can test to that. And yeah, man, that's just that's the stuff that I've been taking. Magic Mind, shout out to them, and they actually have a focus. Focus is the day one, and a sleep bundle right now.
Oh, okay.
They have a thing going on right now where it's 45% off right now.
Damn.
That's a lot, bro.
That's almost 50%.
Almost 50% off, yeah. And yeah, so if you want to get yourself that bundle, get yourself some Magic Mind. We have a link in the description, and it's magicmind.com/SOBJAN, SOBJAN.
All right, get
SOB meaning, shade of brown,
Shade of brown.
Yes, sir. Oh, wait. There we go. And yeah, that's right here. That's what we got it right here. Look, here's the day one.
Green bottle.
The green one. And then here's the sleeping one.
All right, it's purple. How did it taste like?
It tastes kind of similar to this one.
Okay.
Yeah. They taste similar.
Okay.
Yeah. But this one has like
so it's not bitter or anything?
No, it has a sweetness to it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, shout out Magic Mind, and
shout out Magic Mind,
and thank you for helping me out through these late 30s that I'm in now.
We're getting up there, bro. It's crazy.
It's crazy times.
I know,
right
man.
Now.
I remember when I met you, I was 34. Now I'm closer to 40, bro.
Damn.
Actually, I met you in my 20s. But of course, we didn't hang out in our 20s.
We weren't aware of.
Yeah, we didn't really know of each other. We just kind of were in the same, little scope of friendships and everything. But yeah, for sure, man, time does fly. My birthday was Monday. I went to Vegas this weekend.
Oh.
I didn't do the typical Nevada thing that most people would do. I didn't go and do the gambling. I didn't go do the partying or the clubs or anything like that. I kind of did my own thing as far as like. I wanted to do Vegas the way that I think a person that is similar to me, which is I'm more of an eccentric kind of person. It's like I don't like crowds, even though Vegas is crowded.
Yeah.
But there's another side of Vegas that I guess I wanted to experience. Like, there's a street that everyone passes before getting to Vegas. I don't know how to say it. I know how to spell it. It's a ZZYZ. I don't know if you ever gone down to Vegas.
I've never been to Vegas.
Oh, you never been to Vegas?
Never
what?
been to Vegas. Bro.
Oh my god!
I need to go, bro.
What's wrong with you? Okay, well, I thought you would have known because everyone passes that street. What's this? It's a hidden street, and of course, I went with Sarah. So she was the one that told me about this street and sent me a link about this little bio. It's like a hidden street heading to maybe 2 hours before Vegas.
Okay,
and this street goes up to this it's like a building that they used to use for rehab in the 1960s, I believe.
Okay.
There was a guy that got it from the county, and he proposed that he was going to do like some sort of mining deal. Like he was going to mine that area, but instead he built this rehab for holistic medicine.
Oh.
And it's almost like a cult thing.
I kind of see where this is going already.
It's really nice. On palm trees, literally looks like a place that you do like a Alcoholics Anonymous kind of thing.
I heard about this place.
Okay.
It's like, it looks like a resort.
Yeah, literally a resort, bro. Literally a resort.
And that's abandoned now.
Now it's abandoned for sure. And that's the link that Sarah had sent me. I'm like, bro, we gotta go. And sure enough, we found the street. It's like literally you just drive up straight. Middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You see the dry lake that it's there.
Yeah.
It's really quiet, like it's super quiet.
Yeah.
They actually maintain it now because it's now a science facility. So now they're actually using it to do some sort of research. It was what
kind of research?
Exactly. We didn't even know. Me and Sarah were like, bro, like there might be aliens over here, bro.
Yeah.
I guess the maintenance crew that was there, the lady, she was super nice. She was actually telling us a little bit about the area and about where to go to get nice pictures and everything. Unfortunately, it's a no-fly zone, meaning that I can't fly my drone out there.
Oh.
So I wasn't able to get any aerials or anything. But I did get a little bit of video as far as like on my cell phone though, and a couple of photos on my actual camera. But regardless, it's a good spot to actually stop if you're gonna head to Vegas.
Yeah. It's on the way.
It's on the way, and most people don't even know about it because it's just one of those streets that you either know about it or you don't know about it.
Even the street leading up to it looks like all beat up or something.
Or
it's like decent.
I think now because now they're actually using it for research. They're now They're
paving it?
Yeah, little by little.
Okay.
Even the dirt road, it's kind of smooth. So it's enclosed, so it almost looks like a road already.
Okay.
But yeah, it's very interesting. I'm like, bro, like when you walk towards that section and you get out of the car, if you literally just stand there, you don't hear nothing. I was telling Sarah, like, bro, don't say anything. You hear nothing. You don't hear no birds. You don't hear no planes. You have no cars, no human beings. I'm like, bro, this is wild. It sounds muffled. Like if you put your both of your fingers in your ear, that's how it sounds like. Like nothing. I was like, this is crazy.
That was creepy?
It was, well, for her it was. For me, it wasn't. It almost felt good. Because it was like, bro, this is like
peace of
it's
silence.
Super peaceful. I'm like, bro, I want to stay here. But yeah, that's just one of the locations that we stopped before getting there. Of course, there's another spot. There's like these rocks that are painted.
I saw you post that.
Okay, so that spot I've always wanted to go to because every time I go to Vegas, I've always seen it. The only thing that I didn't like, there's a lot more tourists now, so it's now getting packed. Like there's like buses now that actually stop there, where like like they give a little tour and But it was whatever. Like that was another spot. We actually went to I don't know his last name, Zach. It starts with a B. I'm so sorry that I forgot his last name. But it's a haunted museum where they keep a lot of haunted items. And it's all enclosed. And they basically just go through the whole house, and there's like little rooms and stuff. And they kept like Charles Manson's teeth, Charles Manson's pajamas, and then they have the Ted Bundy stuff. Like they have a bunch of stuff from like serial killers, and they have like possessed dolls. They have possessed. They have,
Annabelle?
Well, Annabelle's in a different location. They closed that museum down permanently.
Yeah,
but
because of Annabelle.
Maybe there was another doll, and the only reason I actually found out about this place was because the guy that I'm speaking about is friends with Post Malone, and Post Malone spoke about it on Joe Rogan, and there was like a little video clip going around on TikTok and Instagram, and also the guy he actually knows Joe Rogan because I saw Joe Rogan's picture at the museum, so that was pretty cool, and I think I have heard of that during the podcast at some point. But yeah, it was just one of those things like I think people should experience. I know not everyone's into the paranormal, but still, like, once again, it wasn't a Vegas thing that most people do, and it's just one of those things like I think people don't know about it or maybe aren't too aware about it.
Well, it's part of gambling, bro. People gamble their money, and then when you go to a haunted house, you're gambling your life.
You know? I don't know, gambling your soul, bro.
Yeah,
I think if
leave possessed, bro.
Yeah, I think if you're open to that kind of concept, I think that's where they could creep in.
Yeah,
as far as like if you let the energy
could happen.
I don't know. The lady there was a doll. I completely forgot the doll's name. Before going into the room, the ladies are like, okay, before we go into this room, it said if you look into her eyes, things happen.
Oh my god!
And then when you walk into the room, you have to say hi and then the doll's name. And then when you leave the room, you have to say bye, whatever the doll's name. I didn't do either of those.
Did she say why if you don't?
She said out of respect, because the idea is like you have to respect the unliving or whatever. That's every time we would go to a specific room where there was something that you had to like look at, like that had eyes, you'd have to like give it its respect.
Acknowledge it.
Yeah, acknowledge it. Hey, this is blah, 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 blah. There's another one where there was like a head of a witch that got beheaded, and they actually have the head in an enclosed like thing, and you walk through and you do a circle and then you look at it. They actually make it fast too. They don't actually like let you stand there. They're like, okay, stand in line, we're gonna walk around it, and then you see it, and it's like a head in this like little cage thing.
They don't want you to stick around
I don't know.
Yeah,
but the clip of Post Malone, that one was pretty interesting. There's a box apparently that there's like ashes and it's possessed or whatever, and there's a couple boxes around the world. This is the only box that they found, and apparently when Post actually went into that room with the owner of the museum decided to take off the little glass to touch the box, and from there he like got so scared he touched it and he froze, and then from freezing he like got stunned as far as like being scared and like went all the way to the wall. And then Post in Joe Rogan's podcast had mentioned it as far as like what happened, and then after that event he said that he almost died in a plane accident, he almost died in a car crash, and I think someone robbed his house.
See, you are gambling your life.
Your soul, bro. But once again, if you're open to that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just one of those things like I feel like a lot of people should experience for Vegas, as far as like if you're going to go to Vegas. Yeah, the casinos are cool, the gambling's whatever, the drinking's whatever. But I don't know, like it's not for me, you know. And then we also did the Hoover Dam. So it was a cool trip.
Hoover Dam.
Yeah, it was a cool trip.
I mean, you're gambling something that's priceless. So this if that's not Las Vegas, then I don't know what it is.
It's Sin City, bro. You're gonna play with your soul regardless if wherever you go in Vegas. But I think it was a good experience.
Oh yeah,
definitely recommend those spots. There was other spots that we hit.
I'm into spooky stuff, you know.
Yeah, if you're ever down there, like if you and your wife go out there, definitely check it out for sure.
I'll be down. I don't know about her, but I'll be down.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good. It was good stuff. Yeah, there's a lot more in there that I'm pretty sure I'm leaving out. There's a lot. There's like a devil's chair that if you sit on it or touch it, things happen.
Oh, yeah.
There's this bed from it's called a bunny ranch. What's that? The Kardashian, the one that's dating the basketball player.
Oh, like the tall one. The one that's she's like the tallest one out of all of them, right?
The bigger one.
Yeah, the bigger one.
Yeah. Apparently her husband went to this brothel. It's called a bunny ranch.
Yeah.
And prior to that, the owner of the house had passed away on the bed of the bed that he technically was doing his thing with the girls. And and he had 75 strokes and some other stuff, and he almost died. And apparently he went on an interview saying, I wasn't on drugs that day, but I felt like someone was trying to kill me and all this other stuff. And apparently the bed itself is possessed by the owner that had passed away, and they have the bed there now. Like you go in a room and it's like, it looks like the bedroom of the guy who had passed away, and they showed the Kardashians' husband, like a little TV of like descriptions and everything. It's really cool. Like I said, there's a lot of interesting stuff in there.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
and that brothel's still there.
I'm not sure if it is though. I have no idea.
Oh my god! Sin City, you guys.
Sin City, bro.
That literally.
Yeah, literally.
Sin City. You gamble your life. You go to brothels. You gamble your life some more.
Yeah.
And then you gamble your money after that.
Literally, that's how the Vegas has built. All that money.
That's Vegas right there.
All that money, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of craziness, over here in Cali, not Las Vegas, we have our own craziness things happening over here. We got fires.
Yep.
We got.
Were we doing a podcast the day that the fires?
Yes, we didn't mention it.
Well, we didn't know because it was during the podcast.
I knew about it. But
you did know.
I for that episode, I didn't want to talk about it.
Well, it wasn't even your podcast, bro. It was the one that I had with the 661 group.
Yeah, but then when we had Miguel over, we already knew about it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I didn't want to bring
well,
it
that
up.
was a different type.
Yeah,
of
there was a type of
it was
episode,
about him
so.
for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on over here in Cali. We got
the conspiracy about that is that, the government technically did it on purpose because the Olympics are coming up.
I hear that too.
And then also the
LA
World
2.0.
Cup.
LA 2.0.
The World Cup is coming up, and that's what they did in Shanghai, I think, and when they were doing the Olympics out there, or China, or wherever it was.
Yeah.
Where they basically destroyed a bunch of houses so they could make a bunch of structures. But I don't know, bro. Like it's wild how insurances just fell out all of a sudden.
Well, the insurance part, they're big companies, bro, and I'm sure they have people out there analyzing, scouting around the land, and they know environmental things, and they're probably giving these insurance companies a heads up, like, hey, yo, I think this area is high risk. I think you should pull out. Because insurance companies are not going to want to pay that, right?
Yeah, but
to protect themselves.
We're paying a lot of money already insurance, and it's not just the people that live in those specific areas. The way that insurance companies are doing it now is our insurance went up too, our house insurance.
Yeah, it did.
Because of that.
Yeah.
We have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But they're literally having us pay for something where we don't live.
Yeah.
And we don't see any of the benefits. They didn't see any of the benefits because they went out. They're like, bro, we're gone.
Yeah.
So that's the I guess the conspiracy about even the CEO that had passed away. What's it, Luigi or whatever his name? The Italian guy.
Oh yeah.
The reason why he had did his thing with the CEO was for a similar reason. Like what was the concept of insurance? You're just stealing our money and everything.
It's like a scam, basically. Yeah, you're right about that. House insurance did go up. And I'm like currently in the process of switching over insurance. Shout out to Farmers. We all know this person.
Oh no. I would have rather
Farmers. Hey, Farmers didn't pull out though.
Pull out?
Like their insurance.
Okay.
It was State Farm.
Okay.
They were the ones who got really highlighted of like pulling out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been hitting up,
Yeah.
They're probably one day going to be the official insurance company of Schrader Brown, but
we'll see. Well, for equipment, they do insurance for equipment.
There you go.
And also the conspiracy about how the chief of the fire department.
God, bro, I saw videos of that chick.
There was not just one.
Yeah.
There was like I think 3.
Yeah.
And the concept of being, I guess, exclusivity, the concept of that came into place, and then of course their little interviews and what they spoke about, and I don't know. There's a lot of things that was mismanaged, not just in the fire department, but just their I guess the way that they went about securing water.
Yeah.
And saying that we had everything good and, but in reality, we had nothing. like as far as like what are they called, where they take out the water?
Fire hydrants?
The fire hydrants weren't on to par and everything. So
Yeah.
it's just it's interesting how we are now seeing everything that the government does.
Where's our money really going?
And that's what I was going to go after. Like, where's my taxes? What is it paying for? You know?
Yeah.
Have you seen the people's salaries? Like, as far as
Oh my God, yes.
they're in the six.
I saw a clip. Shout out Mikey Taylor, ex-professional skateboarder, now kind of like politician now.
Oh, really?
He's in the
Oh,
politics now. And I follow him, and his clips come up, and he was talking about Newsom. He's like, Newsom recently bought a $5 million home. This is like probably a couple of weeks before the fires. And he was like putting numbers like, well, a governor of California only gets this much money a year, but this $5 million like out of his budget. What is he doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, those kind of things. And it makes you think.
He's getting paid for sure.
Yeah, and it makes me think, where is our money really going? And we can't even have decent fire hydrants for first thing, and other stuff. There are decent things that we should be having.
I saw that Mexico's firefighters were coming down here.
That too, and we're still getting
deported.
Yeah, we still get we get no respect.
Exactly,
we
bro.
get no respect.
But honestly, it's just politics. To be honest with you, at the end of the day, Democrats did their own part too.
those firefighters from Mexico probably came, and then Trump got into office, and then they got deported.
They're like, "Bye, Felicia." Yeah.
Okay, you have to.
It's just politics at the end of the day. Like,
I'm Mexican, I can say that. Okay.
Well, and everybody wants to kind of like point the finger at the Republicans, but at the end of the day, Democrats did their own part too. They unfortunately played the part as far as like opening the border the way that they did, where they were just letting anybody through. And of course, we do have to have some sort of security.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the way that our laws are being in place, because the other argument is, why don't they do it legally? Well, unfortunately, the process is, one, very expensive when you're super poor, and also they don't actually understand what the process is, because the process is so like it's all over the place. There's not just
it's a broken system.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is. And they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know how it really is.
No.
They don't know. They don't even know how it really is to be a middle class citizen, let alone coming from another country. Now that's something even less. They're really not going to know how it really is, And I think they're oblivious to how it is, and they say all these sorts of things like, yes, you can come legally and do it right. Like, yeah, easier said than done.
Yeah.
It's a broken system.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's a lot of things that we weren't taught in school either.
Yeah.
When the Great Depression happened, there was a policy where they were deporting Hispanics, not just Mexicans. Anybody that looked brown, they were deporting.
Damn.
Because they were trying to, the whole excuse is, we need to give Americans the jobs, but the only thing that they don't teach us in school is they're deporting people with papers. So they deported millions of people, as far as like Hispanic people, off the streets. You could be walking from home, going to work.
Yeah.
They would pick you up off to Mexico. Now, they won't ask for papers. They won't ask for a citizen. They won't. Literally, you have to understand, California was a part of Mexico. So there's generations that were actually here before what it is now.
Yeah.
But once again, we aren't taught that history. We're taught the whole idea of like, oh, this is America and this has always been America.
Yeah.
And go back to your country. And unfortunately, once again, I'm going to say politics, because politics comes into the average person too. And what's happening right now, we are being divided once again. First, it was the gender thing. Now it's going to be about us. Unfortunately, we were a trend last year. Now we're going to be a trend for ICE. So for anybody out there, just be very careful.
It's a different segregation right now, because before Trump was in office, when they were running this, Democrats were running this whole thing. Like, there was this whole separation of Democrats and Republicans. They were all fighting, and Republicans hoping to win. And now that they won, now fast forward to today, now we have this whole new segregation, and it's racial.
And it's Hispanics on Hispanics now too.
Yeah, because we got Latinos for Trump supporters,
which is fine.
I understand that.
Yeah, I don't argue the point that the Democrats, they're morons. Literally, like they did too much. They went too far. And of course, if you do stuff like that, there's always going to be a reaction on the opposite side of the extreme side, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And of course, we are taking the hit, you know, and because once again, there are generations, third generation. I'm not talking about the first generation, second generation. I'm talking about the generation that doesn't even have nothing to do with the culture anymore because they don't speak Spanish anymore. They don't know the food. They don't know the culture.
The no sabos.
Literally the no sabo guys. And they're the Latinx people, you know, like those are the guys that I'm like, bro, like I see the comments. I'm like, bro, like you have no idea. At one point, your tia, your aunt, your grandma, they had to have gone through that and you forgot. Like literally you forgot.
They lost touch where their ancestors, I don't want to say ancestors, but their grandpa,
lineage.
their lineage is coming from, their bloodline there. And they're probably not even proud of it.
They're not proud at all.
Yeah, they're more proud of being American.
Yeah.
You know, being born here than where they're from.
Yeah, exactly.
Their blood is from.
Exactly.
Right? And that's the segregation part.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate because it's once again it's within our own ethnicity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and in a way, like the whole deportation and they're getting just anybody.
Bakersfield got hit hard, bro.
I saw the protests and all that, and good for them.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's still laws.
Yeah.
And if they really are taking people, even with papeles, and taking them to Mexico, they're breaking the law.
I don't think that's what they're doing. That was more when I had spoken about the I guess, what is it? I forgot what year it was. It was in the, I think, in the 30s.
But the one thing still stands is that there's laws.
Yeah.
Especially us here in Cali, right? They can't just go up to you and be like, and
ask for papers.
And ask for papers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the police.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not law enforcement or whatever. There's something else. They're in a different category. You don't have to answer to them.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Know? You don't.
But
have
unfortunately, those that are uneducated, you know, they will fall into, hey, this is authority.
They get scared. Pressure, and they don't know their rights. And that's what sucks.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know, this podcast where people are listening can get a little bit educated and tell their family members who are undocumented and who are maybe a little scared. They have rights, and they don't have to answer to them. They don't have to do anything they asked you to do. It's simple as that. You know, like, no, you ain't nobody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go about my day and peace.
Just say, I don't answer questions, and that's it. It's literally your response.
But also, it's just it goes both ways. You know your rights, but it all goes how you say it too. Right?
So if it's all broken English.
No, not like
no,
that's not
English.
that's not what I mean. Like, it's like say it confidently.
Okay.
Because it's like you're letting them know, like, you're tripping. I know my rights. You know, like that. If you're saying it scared, they're gonna feed off of that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like, oh, this fool doesn't know. Let's get him. You know?
Yeah, and once again, going off of the law thing that you had mentioned, I do agree that we have to keep this country safe. I do agree that there is a lot of people that were let in that weren't actually vetted in any type of way.
I understand. There is a lot of criminals.
And that's what I was going to go after.
Yeah.
If there is a criminal out there, because once again, there are sanctuaries that the Democrats had put in place where they weren't actually, if you had any felonies, if you had any type of record, they didn't care. Because if you were in that sanctuary, you're good. You could be walking around and you could be doing, you had a bad record. They would not care less. Yeah. But as far as now, I think if you're going to follow a law base, go after those people.
Yeah.
You know, go after the people that are
that's what they say they're doing.
Exactly.
They want to do. And I hope they're telling the truth. It's just now, like, my trust in these kind of people is like,
yeah, it's
I want to trust you, but I don't. You know?
It's very iffy just because we do have family members, we do have friends, we experience it ourselves, so we actually are involved in it. So yeah, I definitely see the way that of like, okay, can I trust you? Can I not trust you?
Yeah.
Because we are actually living, that life,
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I hope it's this, what I'm picturing in my mind, where the bigger picture is, it's like the cleanup crew. A lot of immigrants came through, and a lot of bad people came through in the mix too. If it is like a cleanup and they get rid of all the quote unquote bad people and criminals with the criminal records, with the warrant and all that, right? Because supposedly that's what they want. That's like priority.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
And they're going after those guys first. Okay, I understand that. I think both parties can understand that.
Yeah.
Democrats or Republicans or Hispanic or American, anybody can agree to that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the bad guy out, right? And I hope it's that. And then when it's all said and done, when it's us good immigrants still here, that there's some kind of pave way for us, and I hope it's that, right? Because I'm thinking like long term, like,
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not the border, because everybody kind of like goes after the border. It's the policies. It's like the system itself. Like, what is the process for someone that has DACA to actually go into the immigration office and say, hey, could I apply for citizenship? What is the next step? There is no next step. A lot of people don't even understand this.
Yeah.
A lot of people are in limbo, which literally makes no sense, because we pay taxes, we pay for everything, we literally have jobs here, we have families here, we have been Americanized to the point where if we go back to Mexico,
it's foreign.
It's literally foreign. Yeah, we look Mexican just like everyone else, but it's a different type of lifestyle. But of course,
it's like that one clip. I forgot who the comedian is. It's like, like I went to Mexico. I'm Mexican, right? But then when I went there, I was like, damn, I'm Mexican, but not like this.
Yeah, bro, it's a different thing. You're like literally a foreigner in your own country now. But I don't know, bro. It's just I'm an optimist. As far as like, I want things to go good. I want things to stop going the way that it was going before, because it was going way too far. It was affecting everybody. With the whole gender thing, the nouns thing, and all this other stuff, it was going a little bit too much. You have to respect people. But to the point where if you're not respecting, I guess, the way that I want to view the world, and you're telling me how to view it, then the respect is only one way. And it was going to the point where I'm like, I need to comply with what you're telling me, knowing that it's false. And that, to me, I'm like, there's no respect there.
Yeah. It's tough out there right now for people who, it sucks, uneducated, the people that don't really know like their rights, and people that don't really know, they're just living in fear. And I understand that, like sometimes I live in fear. And it happens. I believe it's like almost becoming normal. And it sucks to say that.
It is.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that, because that's no lack of a better word.
Well, basically. Once again, we're living that experience, unfortunately. And there's a lot of people that have been reaching out, as far as like, I don't know on your feed, they post stuff and stuff. Like, I know this week, ICE should be in LA this whole week. So they're like, oh, be careful, blah, blah, and all this other stuff. So there's a network amongst, I guess, not just Hispanic people.
Giving us the heads up.
Literally giving, like, hey, there's a checkpoint in this street. Hey, be careful with blah, blah, blah. There's now people, like, now telling other people, like a network. That's like underground. If you're a part of the experience, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you're not, then I'm pretty sure you're like, nah, they're lying. But for sure.
Funny you say that. I think earlier today, I don't know if it was today that he posted it today or yesterday. It was just still in his stories. It was a picture of, it said border something enforcement in Pearl Blossom.
Wow.
I was like, dude, they're here.
Literally, bro. They've always been here.
And I don't know, Martin, if you're watching, let us know if that's a legit post that you posted.
Yeah, and I guess if the things that you want to take in, as far as like what, if you're kind of having your eye out for these, I guess, agencies, if you want to call them.
Yeah.
They're going to be driving unmarked cars with no license plates, tinted windows, usually SUVs, like Lincolns, and
They're gonna ambush you or what?
no, they what they do is I think
Ram your car.
I think they already have an idea where to go as far as like the Home Depot guys,
The typical
the
places.
fields and all
Yeah.
this stuff,
Right.
and I know they've caught a couple people even going to immigration offices and stuff, or even coming out. So just kind of keep your eye on those cars and stuff. Like I said, there is a network out there that we kind of are involved in, not us personally, but those that are within this realm of experience.
Yeah.
That we kind of already have catered to. Like you said, you've normalized it, that you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
I don't think about it either because I see these notifications, or if
Yeah.
not, someone, either friends group or whatever.
It's more like, okay, I guess I'm not going that way.
Right?
Today.
Oh, I'm taking the shortcut, or I'm taking the long route.
I'm going through the neighborhood.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going through the mountains today, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, I want to say two things. Number one, going back to the checkpoints or whatever,
Yeah.
border stuff. It was false information, but I was told that there was an immigration checkpoint at the roundabout over there.
On 47?
On 47. And I was like, nah, bro. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. And I went home after work. I went straight there.
Yeah. You
Ain't
wanted to check it out?
nobody there, bro. Ain't nobody. I was ready. I was like, bro, ain't nobody.
Yeah.
I knew like I said, I know
Yeah.
my rights, and like I'm not afraid.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
when I went to Salvation Mountain, I believe it's called.
Uh-huh.
I forgot what state it is, but I hit a checkpoint coming back.
Oh,
Yeah, but luckily I was with two friends. I drove there, but they drove back, so I was in the back seat. Same thing, what you said. They're gonna ask you for your status. They're gonna ask you where you're from. They're gonna ask you what you're doing. Honestly, just say whatever. Hey, I'm from Palmdale. I was born in the United States. Same thing, what you said. Say it with confidence. Of course, I
Yeah.
don't have an accent, so they're not gonna suspect that I'm from a different country. But once again, you don't have to show them an ID because
Yeah.
you haven't broken the law. That's a secondary offense as far as like
Yeah.
for anybody to ask for your ID.
There you go.
It's secondary if you've committed a crime or about to commit a crime. Literally, that's when they're allowed to ask you for an ID.
Yeah.
But before then, they're not allowed. They could ask you questions, but just understand you don't have to answer them.
Yeah.
As far as like
all they're doing is profiling you.
that's all it is.
That's all it
That's all
is.
it is.
That's it. And second thing, dang, you made me forget the second thing I was going. Oh, the second thing is like we have to think about these kind of people too. The people that are currently in the process of immigration. And I saw a post, I believe it was on TikTok, and it really sucks. I'm like, damn, that sucks, like really, really bad. Where this dude, I think it was his wife got deported, but she was already under the process of immigration, and literally like the week after she got deported, she had an interview. She was that close, and she got deported.
Yeah, I've heard of those stories as well too.
And like, god damn, dude, that will hurt, bro.
Yeah, I know. Especially if it's your spouse, bro.
And it's your spouse.
What are you
and
gonna
they
do
have
then?
children.
Yeah, what are you gonna do
And
then?
I'm like, bro, literally a week. And they were telling the immigration, like, I'm in the middle of the process. I literally have next week. I have the interview. I'm doing everything right. What else do you want from me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, even people that have served in the army wanting to get their papers, they got deported too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
dude.
bro. Like the
What's the American dream about anymore?
But that's the issue, is just that it's just an idea.
Yeah.
I do believe that this country gives you opportunity.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things that once again, if you're not experiencing this type of life, as far as like either yourself or a family member, I guess it's a different viewpoint, because like you're saying, and I think the argument is, well, they're doing something illegal because they didn't come here the legal way. But please tell me, what is the legal way? What is the process? You know, like the system itself, like the actual way to get into the country legally is so hard.
Yeah.
For any type of person that's coming from South America.
Nearly impossible.
Yeah, if you're coming in from like Europe, bro, like you're good. You're fancy.
That's another question right there.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard for brown people?
Yeah. Well,
when it comes to other races.
they bring us over when they know they need the labor. You know,
Only when we're needed.
I think it's Reagan that allowed a lot of immigrants to get their license and their status. And of course, once that program left, off you went. You know, otra vez. I'm like, all right.
Could be history repeating itself. Getting rid of all these quote unquote Hispanics, Latinos, workforce.
Yeah.
You know, is basically leaving. What are we going to be left with?
AI robots.
If well, that's more future, but I'm talking about now. Like
they're gonna just paint us brown.
None of these Caucasians and whatever people are born here are not gonna want to
watch the AI robots have like a Hispanic slang and everything, wearing hats and everything,
mustache.
I'm like, what up, fool?
Yeah, Roberto rather than Roberto. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, what's going to be the outcome of this? Like, what's the end goal here? Well, it's just going to hurt us, really.
Yeah, it's going to definitely hurt the economy for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of the jobs that allegedly we're taking, a lot of people that
we're willing to take,
exactly, aren't the ones that even people want to take anyways. You don't want to be a picker. You know, you don't get paid hourly. You get paid by your bucket. And if you calculate everything, it's going to be around sometimes around $2 an hour if you really calculate the amount of work you're actually putting into it. But once again, it's just the argument because when you're born in luxury, you don't see the hardships from others.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. So you are going to start complaining about the smallest things because you yourself haven't built up characters. You're entitled now.
Yeah.
And that's has happened to Hispanic people out here too. I'm not just going to name, just generalize any type of race out here because it happens. We're very comfortable here. You know, it's like I said, it's a land of opportunity.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when we get opportunities, and unfortunately, if they're given opportunities, just giving them away, we start to feel entitled.
Yeah. What a time to be alive. This whole thing, and you know, just if we got any people who are tuning in and who, if you are undocumented. Yeah, no, look into your rights. Don't be afraid. Look out for each other. Check in on. There's probably what are those things like on Facebook? Those group things.
Yeah.
Where if you look for something there and they probably let you give you a heads up like, hey, checkpoint over here. Don't go over there. Because I remember those.
Yeah, I remember those too.
Yeah, you know. But that was just to check if you were drunk. You know, like check if you have a license.
Yeah.
But now, you know, it's checking if you have papers. Yeah. I remember I got pulled over at a checkpoint once.
Oh, for real?
And I didn't have a license. And the car wasn't even mine.
Oh, my God, bro.
And they let me go. And this is what I mean by talking to these enforcements with confidence. This is what I mean.
Yeah.
They got me.
Well,
right?
They got you on a checkpoint, but even checkpoints, they're not allowed to ask for your license. Remember, when they ask you for your license, it means you actually did a crime. They didn't catch you on an infraction of like anything that has to do with vehicle. They're checking for drunk people. You weren't drunk. A lot of people just have this idea like checkpoints or a checkpoint for the drunk is like, hey, I need to see your license. They can't ask you for your license unless you did an infraction. So that's the unfortunate part.
Well, keep in mind, I was 17 at the time.
Yeah, but they didn't know that, bro.
Yeah, I didn't tell them my age, but they pulled me over, and they did ask for a license and registration, or whatever. And my answer was, "This isn't my car."
Yeah.
I told him straight up, like, "Sorry, officer, this is my car. I'm literally just going home right now." And I said, "I literally live right there. I'm pointing at my house right there. It was that close."
Okay.
Maybe that had a factor to it too, right? And then he asked me, "Do you have a license?" And I said, "No." I said, "No." I said it confidently though, but I said it confidently, like, "I'm sorry, officer, but I don't." You know, and I said it respectfully. And this is what I mean by that. Like,
but even then, you got lucky, bro. You got lucky because there are cops out there that would even stop you.
I'm brown. I'm a brown ass fool.
Well, that's what I mean. You got lucky. There are different types of people out there. I'm not gonna say all cops are bad cops, but then you can't actually just say, "Hey, I said it confidently," and then there's that one guy that had a bad day. Like, all right, we got one, you guys.
Okay, yeah, there's other factors.
Yeah.
There's one, probably a guy who's itching to get somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Maybe this guy was just having a good day, and he was like, okay.
Or he's just probably one of those guys that's probably a good guy.
Yeah, a decent guy, right? Yeah, I told him the truth, and he said, okay, I don't never want to see you in the streets again.
Yeah.
Go straight home.
Yeah.
That's what he told me.
Okay.
And I said, you got it.
Yeah.
And I took off. and it was nighttime, and I was driving without the lights on.
Oh, shit, bro.
And he told me, turn your lights on.
Oh, my God, bro.
I got extremely lucky, dude.
Got lucky, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
That was one of those
Yeah, because
times.
I haven't been stopped ever. I haven't had a speeding ticket. I've literally never been stopped.
Yeah.
Just because I've always had this idea, like you have to always check, have your eyes everywhere, whatever.
Yeah.
But I do remember I used to live in a very bad neighborhood when I was little, and of course I would always get rides from my friends, and I do remember him getting stopped, not because he was speeding, because of the way that his car looked like, like he's like almost,
That has a factor too.
a Fast and the Furious type of car.
Yeah, that has a factor.
And I think we were in our early 20s. And he didn't do anything wrong. Literally did nothing wrong. The cop pulled him over, said his either his tail light was not working correctly or his brake light was, but it was a lie. And he asked him for his license, registration. Unfortunately, I was too young to understand my rights. The partner came up to my window and asked me for my ID. And of course, I gave it to him. Now, knowing what I know now, is I could have said, denied. I didn't do anything wrong. I am the passenger. You did not pull me over. I did not have I have nothing to do with this besides just being in the car. But once again, I was uneducated. And once again, that law enforcement did something wrong. He asked me to do something that was unlawful. That's when I say, like, maybe you have luck with people, because I could have been in that passenger as far as like that day, or I could have been driving, and literally I could have gotten the guy that asked me for my ID. He would have just been like, yo, I got one, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it all depends on who you're dealing with too.
There's a couple of factors.
Yeah.
There is. You reminded me of this one time. Shout out Alex. Alex was driving, my homie Alex, and he has a Honda that kind of like wannabe racer, right?
Yeah.
He had that car. Doesn't have it no more.
Yeah.
And I was in the passenger seat, and he had a little muffler on it. It would make noise, right? We're literally going home from church, right? And I'm in the passenger, and in my lap, I literally had a DVD of a Christian group. Literally.
Okay.
And we get pulled over. I'm in church clothes.
Okay. You're in your suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him too.
Okay.
It was just profiling us because of the car.
Okay.
We're Hispanic.
Okay.
And then, like you, the partner goes to my side of the window.
Yeah.
Shine the lights on me. He sees the
DVD?
The DVD, but in his eyes, he goes, "Is that a scale?"
A scale?
A scale.
Oh, like to drug and stuff? Okay,
measured
gotcha.
drugs. And I was like, I opened it, like, it's a Christian
DVD.
group DVD. Look at us, bro. We literally came from church. And he felt so dumb, bro. They let us go, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's just a plain luck, but yeah.
Yeah, no, there's definitely good cops out there. I know a couple of good cops. I know.
I'm sure they're out there.
I'm not even saying that a majority of them are bad. There's just bad people in general. Regardless of whatever field you get into, there's always going to be good and bad.
They should do a cleanup on the law enforcement.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to highlight the bad most of the time. That's where we see it on Instagram or social media. But yeah, I have a couple of friends that are law enforcement, and I could always call them and ask them questions and stuff. But yeah,
am I gonna get deported?
It's good to be informed.
Yeah. Get informed. Get informed. Yeah. Another thing, maybe we'll close it out with this one. The whole TikTok thing.
Oh, the ban of TikTok for that day.
One day. Yeah. Have you seen that one episode of SpongeBob?
No.
Where they go to jail?
No.
The cops they arrest I think SpongeBob and Patrick. I think they lock them up. It's like, if you can't do the crime, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. And they slam the gates on him. 2 seconds later, all right, time's up, and they let him out because it was like a stupid thing that they did. And that was literally TikTok.
Yeah,
I
liked how everybody was all upset and everybody's writing posts. How TikTok was banned and they're screenshotting it.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I don't care. Like, honestly, I don't. We need less social media, to be honest with you. And this is saying someone that his living comes from marketing.
I get it.
You know,
Okay.
but I do believe that too much social media has disconnected us as humans.
Okay.
And I wouldn't mind if there was a day where social media wasn't allowed, like at least for one day. Like literally all social media platforms were like, you can't use
It's
it.
a holiday.
Like literally like once a month.
A national.
Like, no. I'm saying like once a month, because I do believe that there's a lot of people out there that are very lonely, but they are falling into this idea that the I guess the engagement on their social media or their likes on their social media,
the validation.
yeah, or the views on their
Artificial
stories, yeah, it's very
validation.
artificial, and I think we're getting numb to it to the point where we don't even know what reality is anymore. You know, like
Yeah.
I do want people to go out there, make the efforts, make new friends. The guys, bro, like these guys are so desperate. I'm like, Jesus Christ, just go out and just get rejected by a girl. Go get rejected and then go to the next one. Get rejected. But honestly, that is more valuable because it's actually something that you're experiencing in life.
I understand that. But there's people, their money, their whole livelihoods.
But that's what I mean. Just once a month. I'm not saying forever.
Okay.
Yeah, because I already said it. My livelihood comes from content.
Okay.
Like that's what I do for a living. This is how
But
we
not
have the
from
studio.
TikTok. You don't have one.
It doesn't matter. All social media. I'm not just putting TikTok in its own little box. I'm like, we should ban TikTok for a day. I'm talking about YouTube. I'm talking about TikTok. I'm talking about Instagram,
in general.
Facebook, every single thing. All we have is text messages or WhatsApp, and that's it. That's it. That's all we should get for, just for one day. Let us breathe.
Email.
Don't let us actually want to go on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Don't let us scroll for one day because our attention span right now is so bad, bro. Like it's just, I don't know. This is the reason why I love doing this. As far as like when we do podcasting, I don't even think about my phone, because I know it interrupts the episode. And this, it could be an excuse, but it's a good excuse that I like, as far as like, sometimes when I'm driving, sometimes I get the itch to even just look at my Instagram. I'm like,
driving?
Why, bro? Like, why do I
don't scroll and drive?
I know, but that's what I mean. Like sometimes like you're on a stop and you're like, oh, I want to check my Instagram. But in my head, I'm like, why would I even want to do that right now?
You're scrolling and
like,
driving.
what's the point? I'm like, Jesus
You're
Christ.
under the influence.
Bro, it's a drug for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny, this whole TikTok thing. You see the phones being sold for like $10,000 and up. Phones that still have TikTok downloaded.
Wow.
It's kind of like reminds me of the Flappy Bird days.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, the phones were being sold a lot for when they still have Flappy Bird installed.
Yeah, the actual game.
The game.
Yeah.
Remember the game? Yeah, it's the same thing. It kind of made me think about my phone because I still have TikTok on my phone.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, bro, I'm about
Make
to
some money right now.
But I'm not gonna have TikTok. That's the downside, And I'm trying to grow Shader Brown on TikTok, Yeah, and it kind of sucked because when they took it down, I was like, no,
all that work.
TikTok we literally have the most following there, and I was like, no, all that gone. Yeah, and then before when they took it down, they were really TikTok in general was pushing Lemonade. There's like this different app where TikTok was trying to do, and they were trying to push like all TikTok users to go to that platform in case of the ban, or whatever. But Lemonade ended up getting banned too.
Okay.
But it's kind of funny, the name Lemonade.
Yeah, I think right now the process is that either Mr. Beast or Elon Musk wants to purchase TikTok, but they want to do like a US based policy.
Yeah, and they want part ownership or something like that.
They want a piece of it.
Yeah, I just hope. Look, I don't care who ends up owning it. Honestly, I don't really care. I just hope the algorithm stays because TikTok's algorithm is the moneymaker. It's what everyone wants.
Yeah, it's the engagement.
Yeah, and I think that's the how you say status quo that TikTok has over these people. It's their algorithm. It's because it's more of a even play field than the other platforms. because literally somebody with 0 followers can go viral, you know, and that's what I love about TikTok. You know, that's why I see like it's everybody. Everybody can win. Anybody. It's not catered to an influencer like Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, or like you get perks because you have a certain followers.
Yeah.
You know, like that. That's what I like about TikTok.
Yeah. I don't really care either. I have one for Inview Media, but I don't even look at it.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's managed by my assistant, so I don't even know what she posts. It's literally the same thing that we post on Instagram.
Yeah.
My thing, it's just the why. Like, why are they trying to ban TikTok? And the only thing that I could come up with is the data that they say that China is collecting from us.
But it's contradicting though, because Trump has a Facebook. These other politicians have not Facebook, a TikTok.
Yeah.
These other politicians have a TikTok. If they're worried about data being leaked to a foreign country, then why would you make a profile on that platform?
Yeah. And it's also hypocritical because we are being used as far as like with other platforms, like all the data that we are, I guess, agreements that we're agreeing to and newer policies or whatever.
Conditions?
Yeah. So if you actually read that stuff, like that's exactly what they're doing to all of us.
So they're like, we can watch you.
Yeah, we could share your photos. We could, it's so much stuff that they're just wanting control over. As far as like TikTok is just another platform that, unfortunately, I guess what's his name, Zuckerberg, I guess, because he was the original from Facebook, then took over Instagram. So he has Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. He has those 3 platforms.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure because Snapchat was a thing for a minute, had the 24-hour pictures and everything. And then what did Zuckerberg do? He created stories. And now he has the Threads or whatever they're called.
Threads,
there you go. So
it's like Twitter.
Yeah, exactly like Twitter, right?
He's trying to monopolize the whole social media, bro.
And now he's the algorithm, like you're saying, it's not exactly like TikTok, but when you actually go from TikTok to Instagram, the idea of the scroll is what they want. They want you to be on your phone. They want you to be distracted, but they want the control over it. They want to see how much time you have in your phone. They want to see what you're looking at. They want to see like the products that you're looking at, because that's the whole idea of data. They want you to not sell. They want you to actually buy product.
Yeah. Not speaking of buying product now, like the I'm kind of bringing in like the Trump, Jeff Bezos, and TikTok all together right now. When Trump was being sworn in or whatever,
their inauguration.
Did you see all the people that were there?
Yeah, bro.
Freaking the Facebook guy,
Zach,
Jeff Bezos,
Amazon,
Elon. They were all there. Even the guy Twitter, the TikTok guy, the owner, the CEO.
Really?
Yeah, he was there.
Wow.
And it's kind of funny. I'm like, bro, they were all there for Trump, and I'm surprised. I get why the TikTok guy was there, because Trump was helping him. I see why he's there. But yeah, they were all there, which is crazy. And now going into Jeff Bezos, he's the head man of Amazon, right?
Uh-huh.
Now TikTok is a direct competition to Amazon.
Really?
Yeah, because they have a TikTok shop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And bro, the prices there? Stupid cheap,
well,
bro.
Where are they coming from?
I don't know.
All the products,
I
bro.
don't care.
They're all bootlegged, bro.
No, actually, no. They're good products, because
Really?
I got some headphones.
Okay.
I got some headphones.
You're the problem.
And they were going for like $10 on
shit.
TikTok shop.
Wow.
And on Amazon, they were $30.
Oh, shit. Wow.
So there's that price difference,
okay,
bro.
You're cutting the middleman.
But the only sacrifice I had to do is just wait longer for it to arrive.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I save myself like $20.
Yeah, $20.
And I get the same product.
Okay.
So that's that maybe that's another factor why they're trying to take out TikTok.
Yeah, it's competition. It's literally competition.
Monopolizing.
For sure. Yeah, they're wanting to take control of everything. They want to control the product, which is Amazon. They want to control the data, which is every social media platform.
Yeah.
Who's the owner of YouTube?
Funny you said that. I think he was there too.
The Google guy?
Yeah, at the Trump thing.
Interesting.
He was there too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just kind of fishy. It's kind of weird. Like, it's kind of scary, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It's just
they were all there, dude.
Well, I understand Zach because they actually they announced their new policies as far as like their terms and conditions and stuff.
Yeah, no more censoring.
Yeah, because I guess the CIA had put some policies when the Democrats were actually in office.
He admitted.
Yeah, he did on Joe Rogan. Yeah,
Yeah, that they were
they were telling
pressuring them
yeah,
to censor.
Yeah, exactly. They're censoring a lot of things.
Yeah.
They weren't allowing certain posts about when the COVID thing was going about.
It was mostly about that.
And also on Twitter too, before Elon actually purchased it, they actually noticed everything that had been going around in behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting time as far as like the powers to be, as far as like who is actually in charge, and is it the ones that are showing their faces
or the ones behind the scenes,
or the ones behind the scenes? You know, we don't really know. So how are these governors making this much money? How much money are these senators are making? You know, when we already know their base salary isn't like in the millions.
Buying
you know,
a $5 million house.
Exactly.
It's like that saying: follow the money. Yeah.
Follow the money.
Follow the money, bro. Literally. And then this is whole off topic. The whole Diddy thing.
Oh man! All of a sudden.
This house burned down.
All that oil, bro. All that oil.
His house burned down. They were about to do investigation in his house, and it burns down.
All of a sudden, right. All of a sudden, and where's the list? Where's the celebrities? You know, no one's coming out and saying nothing. All of a sudden, it's all quiet.
Yeah,
you know, it just went behind the scenes because of the fires.
Got thrown under the rug.
You know, the election. Exactly what we're talking about. The immigration stuff. Literally, there's so many things that have been brought up that things like that unfortunately do get brushed under the rug, and we forget about it.
Talking about that now made me see the bigger picture, like fire, Trump, immigration, the censorship, this and that, the TikTok thing, and the Diddy thing it went from the top. It started going down, down,
exactly, bro.
What's going on, dude?
Like I don't know what kind of names did he have?
Yeah, dude.
Did he have, bro?
Yeah.
Instead of killing him, they started just like throwing all this other stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But it's been interesting, bro. Like we'll see what this year brings us as far as like within the country.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good. Like I said, I want to be optimistic about everything.
Always be optimistic.
Yeah, you don't want to dwell on just the negatives. It's good to be informed, like we already said. And yeah, man, like hopefully everyone out there is I guess not catering to the chaos, because that's what they want us to do. They want us to fight amongst each other so that we could get distracted among those that are pulling the strings. And, you know, that's it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else we could do, like, as a society, because they're the ones telling us what to actually think about and who to hate now. And, you know, they're dividing us, and it's there literally in front of us. But for whatever reason, you know, the facade is so strong that we don't even see it anymore.
Yeah, man. And it's barely January.
It's barely January, bro. Great way to start the year.
Already crazy already.
Well, the good part is that we got snow.
Yeah,
that was
yesterday.
That was a highlight of January.
I woke up to having snow in my front yard, which was nice.
It was nice. I'm like, all right, that's a good one.
Yeah. I'm like, if immigration comes to my front door, it's okay.
I got snow.
I got snow.
I got snow today.
You know, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So people out there, you know, it's 2025, and going towards the end of January. A lot of stuff has happened already, but keep your head up out there. Keep pushing forward. Keep grinding. Know your rights. Be informed. And if you know somebody in your family or friend that doesn't really know what's going on and they're living in fear, tell them. Mm-hmm. Do them the favor. Tell them, yo, it's okay. Just don't do anything stupid, you know? Right? But yeah, you know, so.
Yeah, also those guys that are actually spewing all this hate too.
Yeah.
As far as like when it comes to immigration, you don't actually understand the sensitivity that goes into this. As far as like when it comes to families and everything, yeah, your argument could be, yeah, they're doing something illegal because they were brought here illegally or they came here illegally, but you would actually understand the system within itself doesn't allow us to actually do it the correct way. And if you actually are informed, you'll actually understand what I'm actually saying. But unfortunately, because we are living this fast-paced living, that it's very hard to actually cater to something that maybe not affecting you personally. So I would say just keep your I just be mindful as far as like what you're doing, what you're saying, because you don't want to be a part of the chaos. You don't want to be a part of the division that's going on right now.
Be part of the answer.
Be a part of the solution.
The solution,
not the problem.
Hey, there you go. And in all this chaos, I'm glad I got my magic mind to handle this all stress. So
Magic mind.
And
get your magic mind discount. 45 or 40?
45%.
Damn, almost 50.
And immigration can be knocking on my door. I just take my sleeping magic mind. I just knock out. And
it's just not answer.
No answer.
Just not answer the door.
Just no answer. And I go to sleep. But I guess that's everything then.
Yeah, man, that episode went fairly quick.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
We're already an hour in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, are we closing?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, once again, everybody, we are in 2025. Be informed. Just look out for one another, regardless if your type of race or not. Don't let those that are pulling the strings control you. Stay informed. Try not to be on social media as much. Be authentic. And live your best life.
Yeah. So before we close out, shout out to SeatGeek, shout out to Dubby, Amazon. Speaking of Jeff Bezos, but we have a store with him. But if you want to help us out, and help yourself out, start your own podcast, you can go hit that link in the description. And we're over here recording at Inview Media. Owner standing right here. We don't want to close out without mentioning all that. And so. Also, we're getting close to our 100th.
Literally, I'm bringing that up right now.
Yeah,
I was gonna literally say that right now.
We're getting close. This is gonna be episode 97.
Damn.
3 more and hitting the triple digits. That's a huge milestone. Huge one. And we're getting some stuff ready for that, and keep a lookout for that special episode.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be special. It's gonna be nostalgic. If you get what I'm saying.
Well, if you've been part of the journey from the beginning, or at least from within the beginning of the actual podcast.
Yeah. So
you started this 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
2.5. Let's just say 2.5.
Okay. Yeah. So it's getting close to 3.
We're getting close to 3.
Yeah. Like I said,
June will be 3 years.
I met you when you were 34.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're 37, bro.
There you go.
Damn.
So yeah, man, keep a lookout for that 100th episode. We're gonna keep pushing, like over here, follow us on platforms, social media. We have Facebook now too. Shade of Brown Pod, Instagram Shade of Brown Pod, TikTok Shade of Brown Pod, YouTube Shade of Brown Pod. All the same name. To keep it simple for you guys. I just Google it actually, and everything will pop up.
Even ChatGPT it.
ChatGPT and ChatGPT knows who we are. So that was pretty cool when I did that. That was cool. Where else? Anything else I'm missing? I did YouTube. Oh, so the podcast platforms and Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Find us there. Shade of Brown Pod. Same thing. Everything.
Like and subscribe.
Leave a comment.
Share
to your buddies, and we're gonna be here. We got our own little corner of the podcast world. We're here and just talking about stuff. Just 2 fools with mics.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, being optimistic
out there. Yeah, man. Maybe we're recording and just Migra just comes
literally
barging in and takes us while we're recording.
The camera falls down. All you see is our feet being dragged out.
It's like, FBI, open up.
Not even FBI, bro.
Migra, open up. Yeah, so
good thing we're on the second floor.
Yeah.
We have a camera downstairs, so we're good.
All right, then. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Shoo!